Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and today we've got a very new idea by a very new compiler. This is from Dog Day Boy, about whom I know nothing apart from that name, and it's called Solver's Journey. We'll have a look at the rules for this journey in a moment. Absolutely fascinating. Now, the last journey we featured was Yin Yang Journey, which was our June monthly reward on Patreon. July's is going to be Regeneration, a worm-based puzzle, which I'm really looking forward to bringing you. Now, that is coming forth on the 1st, and on Patreon before then, solution videos to last month's for the $3 a month patrons. There are crossword videos for everybody, connections videos, all sorts going on as usual, and we urge you to join us there. Best puzzle club in the world. There's also, of course, all of our apps which feature line Sudoku and Fog of War Sudoku, relevant today. Also Domino Sudoku and The Worms by James Sinclair and Marty Sears, which are brilliant. Do check them out. And of course, we recommend Sven's Sudoku Pad, the marvellous software that we use every day, good old Sven. And let's have a look at the rules of the Solver's Journey by Dog Day Boy. Find out what we're coping with in a grid 2/3 covered in fog. So the rules are that normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. So let's do the normal lines and constraints first. German whispers, along the green line, any 2 connected cells must have a difference of at least 5. So those 2 will have a difference of 5, so will those 2. Obviously we've got fog that will clear as we place, well no, it's dynamic fog, so placing certain digits will clear certain amounts of fog. It's not regular fog. Now, digits separated by a black kropki dot have a ratio of 1 to 2. Those separated by a white kropki dot have a difference of 1. They're consecutive. Now, here comes the rule. There must exist a path from the start, which is the yellow circle, to the end, which is a red circle, with the following rules. From each cell, move n cells horizontally, where n is the current cell's digit. And if the cell is a 9, move 1 upwards. That's really interesting. So the path, clearly the red circle is hidden in the fog somewhere. So we have to go north. But the only way we can go north is to hit a 9 and move 1 cell upwards. So we're going to go each row at a time. And we're going to move horizontally within the row, I think, until we find where to go upwards. So it may not be a path that we can draw, because I think it may go back across itself in some of the rows. I mean, it's an intriguing rule, a different sort of journey from any we've taken lately. You can try this on the first link under the video. See how hard you find it. I have no idea how hard this is going to be. Dog Day Boy didn't give us any clues, so I am going to start now and say, let's get cracking. And I'm going to ignore the yellow circle for a moment and talk about green lines and black dots, etc. So green lines have a set of useful things that we know about them. One is that 5 can never appear on a green line. 5 can't appear on a black dot either. So the only cell in this box without a green line or a black dot is there, and we've got a digit within the first minute. Now, because 5 can't appear on a green line, all the digits are either higher than 5 or lower than 5, and they have to alternate along the line. Otherwise, the difference wouldn't be enough. So we're going to go high, low, high, low, high, low. Let's colour these cells as they alternate, including under the fog. So we'll make all of those pink and all of these green. I don't know whether pink is low and green is high or the other way around. But what I do know is that there are meant to be 4 greens and 4 pinks in every row, column and box. And in box 7, we've now got 3 greens and 3 pinks. There's one other thing I didn't mention about green lines, which is monogamous digits. 4 and 6 each only have 1 possible neighbour on the green line, so they can't go in a position where 2 neighbours could see each other, like here. But also here, if you tried to put a 4 there, you'd end up with 9s in both of those cells, and they're in the same column. So that is actually very interesting. I'm learning two things about this box. One is that the only place on the green line in this box where 4 or 6 could go is this cell. And I'm actually going to risk writing those candidates in, because although you could put the other one of 4 or 6 onto this black dot, you can't put them both onto it, because 4 isn't half of 6, or twice 6. Absolute knowledge bomb there. Oh good, a fire alarm that started going off has stopped immediately, that's lucky. Right, now, I think we could also have deduced that this was a 3-6 or a 4-8 pair, not just, in fact, we can narrow it down. All we learnt a moment ago was that this pair either has a 4 or a 6 in it. But what we learned from the fact that there are 3 greens and 3 pinks in this box already is that there must be 1 high and 1 low digit in this pair. So it is either 3-6 or 4-8, because they're the only pairs that kind of cross that 5 boundary that can go on a black dot. Now, 4 or 6 must always, if it's 4 it goes next to 9, if it's 6 it goes next to 1. Now let's just think about the rest of this line. If this goes 6, 1, then these digits are a 2 and a 3, and these are 7 and 8. And yeah, that's very interesting. This one couldn't be the 7. So let me just try and make that clear. I'm assuming at the moment that pink is high, and we get a 6 here and 1's in these cells. And we've got a 1 here. Now, these two are high, and they're in these positions that monogamous digits can't occupy. Oh, we've still got 9 to go, though. Oh, no, but if this is 6, 1, that's a 4-8 pair. So these would have to be 7, 9. And if this is 6, 1, these digits would have to be 2, 3. And this digit would see 3 in one direction or the other, so it couldn't be 7, it would have to be 9. So, oh, and 7 couldn't connect to 3. So actually, we'd get every, if that's 6, 1, we get every digit on this line placed. Now, let's see if it's 4, what happens if it's 4, 9? This pair is 3, 6, so the remaining low digits are 1 and 2. And we've had 6 and 9, the remaining high digits are 7 and 8. And that's a little harder to determine. I don't think we can work out which one is 1 or 2. Oh, hang on, maybe we can. Maybe we can from this cell. Yes, if that's a 1, 2 pair, this, oh, so I should have pencil marked this digit as well. So let's first of all go back to the 4, 9 case, which leads this to be 7, 9, 3. That would be an 8 in that circumstance. If this is the 6, 1 case, oh, that's what I've just been looking at. If this is the 4, 9 case, then this is a 1, 2 pair. But this can't be 9, so this is going to be 3. So this can never be 7. This is always a 3, 8 pair. That's strange. And since this can't be 7, this one can't be 8. So they do narrow a little. I'm not sure I can narrow these cells down. What I do learn in this box is that 3 and 8, in fact, 3 and 8 are in that group. Actually, let's just have a think about, if this is an 8, 4 pair, this is 6, these are low, and that's a 3. So, hey, if this is an 8, 4 pair, that's, no, I've got it wrong. I don't know what I just said. If this is a 3, 6 pair, let's do it that way around. This is 4, these are low, that's a 3. So it can't be 3, 6 pair that way around. If it's a 4, 8 pair, that's a 6. This is 7, 9, that's 8. So the 4, 8 pair only has one way around as well. So now we're down to a 4-6 pair in the box. Actually, I could colour them. And a 3-8 pair. That's weird. And the 3-8 pair is looking at this row, and I think I'm kind of done with that long line. So we're going to have to think about either the other lines or the yellow dot, the yellow circle, the start point. Oh, this is blindingly obvious. I'm so sorry. Oh, no, hang on. I was going to say this has to be a low digit, but I'd forgotten the case where this could be a 9 and we could move upwards directly from it. That is not... Oh, that is possible. Oh, for some reason my brain seems to think every time we move up from a 9 we're going to hit a 1, and I thought that was ruled out. Okay, I'm not too sure. This, I'm going to rule out 5, 6, 7 and 8 from this cell at least, because they would take us outside the grid, and that's not possible. Because a horizontal move of 5 from here takes you beyond that cell or beyond that cell. Obviously 6, 7 and 8 are worse. Now, this is a 1, 2, 7, 9 quad in box 7. Let's just think about these green lines a bit. Okay, let's say green is low, and that's a 1, 2 pair. Then the low digit in this pair is going to have to be 3, because those are both positions where you can't put a 4. And this can't be 4, so it would have to be high. Ah, okay, I'm imagining that green is low. We've got 1, 2 over there, we've got 3 here. We've used 7 here, and 8 or 9 on the right. Well, anyway, this couldn't in that circumstance be 1, 2 or 3, which is quite interesting. Let's imagine that pink is low, and we've used 7 and 9. The high digit in use here is an 8, therefore, can't be 6 in those positions. So we've used 7, 9 and 8. The 7 is touching 1 or 2. The 8 is touching 1, 2 or 3. This is going to be low and is going to be 1, 2 or 3 as well. Right. Okay, that's right. I'm going to ask you to visualize these two possibilities because this matters. Sorry, it's a bit weird, but it does matter. If green is low, that's a 1, 2 pair. There's a 3 in use there, and this can't be 1, 2 or 3. Simples. If green is high, then that is 1 or 2 touching a 7. This has to be selected from 1, 2, 3. This is if green is high. The digit in use here that's high is going to have to be 8. And now this can't be high either, because 6 is the only available digit, and that's a position which can't have a 6 because they would both be 1. So if green was high, we've used 7 and 9 there and 8 here. But between the other cells in these 6, we've always used 1, 2, 3. Okay, my point is going to be that either way round, this digit can't be 1, 2 or 3. I've just thought of another way of proving that, which is that 5 and 6 can't go in these cells. So where do they go in the row? In those two. I don't know that that proves... Well, also, yes, then where does 4 go in the row? Oh, this is a really good question. This is the perfect question, because I hadn't ruled out that being a 9. But now that we've found where 5 and 6 go, where does 4 go in the row? It doesn't go in any of those cells. Or here, here, or here, because of the monogamous rule. So it must go in the circle. And there we go, we've found the circle digit. Now, what has that done for the rest? We're going to use 3 and 8 still. Oh, it's hard to believe that this could be 3. I don't know. Okay, what we're going to now do is think about the path, which starts with a 4 and therefore takes us into either that corner or that corner. Now, if it takes us here, this is a 5 or a 6, throwing us back to that cell or that cell, which could be the 9, to get us out of the row. If it goes here, it could be the 2, or it could be a 7, putting us back there, and I can't remember what digits are available. Okay, we're going to have to go a little deeper into one of the possibilities. Now, I'm going to work on the 6 being here possibility, because these will be 1s. There's only one option for this cell, and I think that's more interesting. I don't know. Let's try it. If this is 6, we've got 1, 7, 2. Now, if this throws us from a 4 onto a 2, that then puts us onto a 1. Which either puts us onto a 7. Okay, so this is quite interesting. I'm imagining that green is low, and let's say we go to a 2 here. I'm not saying we have to, but let's say we do. Then we go to a 1 here. Then we go to one of these cells, but this is a 7 and throws us there. This one is either a 6, which kills the line, or a 5, which also throws us there. So we would always go to this cell. So if green is low, we always end up in this cell. And I'm going to say this cannot be a 5, because that would throw us to this cell, which would be a 6 and kill the line, because you can't move on from a 6 in that position. So if green is low, but that was all about going this way. Oh, well, it's the same. If you go the other way, you hit this cell straight away. So if green is low, we've got a 5 in the corner. No, it's the other way around. We've got a 6 in the corner and a 5 there, because 5 in the corner just will kill us off. Right. What if this is high? Then we've got a 4, sorry, if green is high, we've got a 4 here, we've got 9s here and here, and a 7 here, and an 8 here. The 8 must be with a 3, because this is going to have to be 1 or 2, because we've got a 9 there, so we can't put a 3 here and need 8, 9 there. We put a 1 or a 2 here, and then we can have digits here. And this would then be a 3-8 pair. So I'm now imagining green being high. Oh, this is quite complicated. And where would we go if green was high? To a 7 there, and then over to this cell, or to what would have to be a 6 here, and then to this cell, because of 5 there kills us with 6 here. And this would be a 9 if green was high, so that would be the exit. Oh, did I work out how this could be 6 and green could be low, and how we could ever exit? That is worth thinking about. Right, because we were going, okay, so let's assume green is low again with a 2 in the corner and a 1 here, 2, 7, 1 in fact at the beginning. And then we actually worked out 5 and 6. So if green is low, it's 2, 7, 1, 6, I've got that the wrong way around, 2, 7, 1, 5, 4 with 6 there, and 3, 8, 9 including the exit here. but you're never going to get to the exit. You're never going to be delivered to one of those cells. Oh my goodness. So I'm considering these cells would have, if green is low, these cells are going to have to contain the 9. But nothing that we can put in any of these cells will deliver us to those. From here, oh no, hang on, 7 here. Oh no, but I'm considering green being low. Nothing will deliver us here. 2 there won't, 1 here won't, 7 here won't, it goes to there, 5 or 6 here go to those cells, 5 here goes to there, and 6 gone. You can never get to these, that's mad, you can never get to these cells if green is low. Therefore green is not low, green is high. Whoa, that is a complicated deduction. Brilliant stuff. 6, 3, is something going to clear some fog to prove this is right? Nothing has cleared any fog so far, which is a little bit terrifying at this point, if I'm honest. Because I might have got something wrong there. I mean, I think that deduction was right. Oh, hang on, 3. Oh, that's cleared fog from its cell, from its own cell. So that is a 3 at least. So that's genuinely correct. Right, now the 9 is here. So let's think about how we get delivered to that cell on the path. Possibly from there, or possibly from here. Oh, bother, optionality. Oh, but what we can do now is say that the high digit here is an 8. Oh, wasn't it this one? It's this one. This is low because there's an 8 in these cells, and then we've only got low digits left. Now, I cannot write a 3 in here because they would be 8, 9 and clash with that. So I'm putting 1 or 2 in there, and now I've got a 1, 2 pair. This is a 3, 8 pair. One of these cells is a 9 next to the 3, and the other one is a 1 or a 2. This one is not the 9 because that can't be an 8. So this is the 9, and now we know the order on this whisper. Whoa, I mean this is crazy stuff, isn't it? I don't know that there's any point doing this colouring anyway. Well, it depends how many whisper lines we come up with in the rest of the puzzle if we ever get under the fog. Okay, now 4 could deliver us there to, 4 could send us to the 7, which sends us to this 3, which sends us back to the 4. So that is not the path. The path instead is 4 going to this corner, and we've worked out that if that was a 5, that sends us to a 6 here, which kills the path. So that's a 6 in the corner, that's a 5. And now 4 sends us there and 6 sends us to the 9, and then we go up. Okay, I'm going to get rid of all the colouring I've done so far. And I'm going to use some path cut. Well, I'm going to use orange for cells that go on the path. There, and then we go up to this, which is a 4, and which sends us to here. Oh, we've got this white dot to deal with. Well, we can't use another 3, so that's 1 or 2 as well. Let's do some Sudoku. That's a naked 7. Oh, that cleared fog. The curtain rises. I nearly said raises, which shows how much my brain is fried already, that I'd be using intransitive or transitive verbs where transitive ones are required. I hate doing that. Right, shut up, Mark. These are both high and they're not 7 and 9. They're 6 and 8. This is a 1 because it's touching a 6. That's going to sort out our 1s and 2s all over the place. This pair is a 2-7 pair, and this is a 3. I was hoping that would clear fog. I mean, it's far too generous, I hope. Anyway, 4 there takes us to 2 here. That could take us to 9. It probably does. In fact, it does. Because if we went to this cell, 6 or 8 horizontal moves from here takes us out the grid. So 4 takes us to that 2, which takes us to this 9, which brings us 1 north to a 4 or a 5 there. Now, obviously that could take us straight to the 9, but it doesn't have to. it could take us to this cell, which could be a 2. And then there's all sorts of possibilities. So I don't know. I'm going to look at this green line instead. Or, yeah, I am. I don't see what else I can do. Well, no, I mean, I probably could think about this row. I'm not going to at the moment. I'm going to think about this green line, which clearly uses those cells. Oh, I want more information. This is, okay, okay. I'm changing tack again, leaping back on my horse in midstream, and saying, let's think about what happens if this is a 4. That would take us to here, which would have to be a 2. That would either take us to the 1 or the 3. If it took us to the 3, we'd have to go here to a 7, which would kill the line, take us out the grid. That's no good. So 4, 2, 1 would bring us either to a 7, which would kill the grid, or to a 5, which would take us to the 3. So we'd have gone 4, 2, 1, 5, 3, and then we'd have this same problem again. We'd be hitting a 7 or going out the grid, and a 7 there also goes out the grid. So this is not a 4. All the paths from that being a 4 are dead ends. Aha! And that 5 raises the curtain again. It's correct to use raise in this transitive sense. The curtain rises, we raise the curtain. Anyway, now this black dot can't have 3 or 4 on it and must be a 1-2 pair. That's the kind of Sudoku deduction, well, kropki deduction I like. Now this line is at least 6 cells long. Well, I've got in trouble using colours, but I'm not up to here with the colours yet. So let's do this in, I don't know why, a different shade of purple. Let's go pink and green. Now, oh, where's the 5 in this box? It's not allowed to be on the green line, so it's not in any of the coloured cells. It's there. That cleared a tiny bit of fog, which I support. Right, these 6 cells, which ones, these 4 cannot be monogamous. So the only place for a 4 in the box is in one of these 2 cells. Oh, what am I not understanding about this? Oh, the high digit here in a non-monogamous cell is not 7 or 8. So it is 9 in one of those 2. Oh, the low no, these can't both be low because they're the same. I've got the colours wrong, haven't I? I've got the colours wrong. You Dumbo. Right, let's try this again. Sorry, at least I spotted it. Those ones are the alternating cells. Right, it's still true that the high digit here is a 9. That's fine. Now, one of these is low and is a 4 because they're different colours. That's good. That's good. This can't be a 4 because it's in a monogamous position. So that's a 4. Oh, we could put 5 in. I forgot that. That raised the curtain again. It is going up one row at a time. That's fixed. This is now 9. Oh, can I get some speed in? No, don't do it, Mark. It's just a waste of time. That's 7 or 8 because it can't be 6 or 9. This is high. I'm going to put 6, 7 or 8. This is 1 or 2 and this is low and also not 3 or 4. So we've got a 1-2 pair. This is 6, 7 or 8 by elimination and 7 and 8 are fully eliminated. So that's a 6. So we're down to a 7-8 pair and a 1-2 pair. And the whisper is not going to resolve those. Let's get rid of the colours. We've got 1-2 pairs across the grid. So there's a 1-2 pair in that set, X-winged up there. I'm going to do some pencil marking because it feels more like normal Sudoku than anything else I've done in the puzzle. Now, we got to this 9 from the 5, so let's orange that and then the cell above it where we're going, but we don't know what digit is in there. Well, hang on, we know, oh, we do. We know exactly what digit's in there because it's not 1 or 2. They've been used in the row. It's not 9, 3 or 5. So the digits by elimination that are possible are 4, 6, 7, 8. But using the rule, even 6 would take us out the grid. So that must be a 4 and take us to this cell where we don't know what it is. I don't think. Well, hang on. It's not 1, 2, 3 or 4 or 8. 5, 6, 7 or 9. But again, it can't be 9 or 7 or it would throw us out the grid. So it's 5 or 6 taking us to that cell or that cell. This is not 9. The 9 in the row is in one of these 2 cells. And what's going to deliver us to that 9? Maybe this 3. Maybe this if it was a 2. What else have we got to put in the row? What is this? It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 or 6. That's not going to deliver us to the 9, and that's part of a 7, 8 pair. These are from 5, 6, 9. Oh, this is really interesting. This really narrows down quickly. So that could deliver us to the 9 or that one, and that's all, I think. Unless I'm missing something in this row. This is an important concept, is which digit can deliver us onto the 9 or onto a cell that we know is on it in some other way. I'm not sure we're going to find those, but anyway. Now, there's a huge problem with this being a 9. If you landed on that and it was a 9, you'd move 1 up here, but the white dot would make that an 8, and that would kill us. That would send us out the grid. So this is not a 9. So this is the 9. What delivers us onto that 9? I believe it's this 3. So we have to hit that 3 and then the 9 and then this cell. Now, we've got to hit the 3 from somewhere. So what delivers us to the 3? That is a valid question. Oh, bother. That's 7. That being a 7 could. Or this being a 5. Or this being a 1. Loads of things. Oh. Maybe I need a colour at the start of this row just to indicate to myself that I have not completed doing the row. But I might have done some Sudoku that helps. So, look, I've got a 3, 7, 8, 9 quad going on there. And 1, 2, so that's a naked 4. And that's 5 or 6. This on the white dot is not allowed to be 4, so it's 5, 6 or 7 to connect to that. Then in the row, I've had a 1, 2. Oh, I tell you what, we're getting delivered to this cell. This cannot be 6, 7 or 8, because that would throw us out of the grid. Just like that one, it has, well, which could have been a 9. This also can't be a 9, but it can't be, it has to be low. And it's not 1, 2 or 4. This is a 3. And I'm doing Sudoku on the row. This is 6, 7 or 8. I'll tell you what, it's not 6, because 6 is the even digit on that white dot. So now we've got a 7, 8 pair, and that's not 7. And now I've got a lovely 5, 6 deadly pattern that I presume the rules are going to somehow deal with. Oh, it's creepy to just even look at it. Scares me. Anyway, where does the 3 take us to? I mean, I know I've still got this row to sort out, but I don't think I could do that at the moment. So where does the 3 take us to? A 7 there would keep us alive to a 4 there, but that would loop back to the 3, and that's no good. So 3 doesn't take us to that cell, it takes us to this cell, which has optionality too. This is a 1 or a 2. It won't go to there, because that would loop back to this cell again. Once you get in a loop, the line is dead, just as it is if you throw it out of the grid. So this is gonna be a 1 or a 2 going left. Aha. So if you put this 5 and 6 the wrong way round, well, oh, maybe the question in this row is what delivers us to the 9? Now it could be a 2 there, or it could be 5 and 6 here. How are we going to know? Oh, by the way, that can't be a 9. I've just remembered that. These are from 1, 2, 7, 8. This one clearly isn't 1. Ugh, okay, Sudoku, this can't be a 9. Well, white dot rules. This digit is even. Oh, and it can't be 6. So that's definitely a 3. Ah, this is where we're getting information. This is the place for 9 in the box. This is a 4. And that raises the curtain. Fantastic. We've got a 7-9 pair to finish the column somehow. 5, 6, 8 to finish that one. 1, 2, 3 to finish that one. Gosh, and we're going to hit this 9 cell because we hit 9s in every row until we reach the red dot. Oh, my marking was useless. Let's mark at the end of the row to say we don't know which cells we're hitting, which way the row completes. So here, we went to the 4. We just don't know what that does. But we know that the 3 will deliver us to the 9. But we don't know whether we're coming at it from there or from from this specifically. Yeah, that is annoying. Right, then we go from this 9 to this 3 and to here, where we're going to go 1 or 2 left. Oh, I've got it. We could never be delivered to this cell. There isn't a cell in the row that could send us here. 9, 7, 8, much too far. 3 misses it. 5 or 6 there miss this cell. 1 or 2 and 4 don't reach it. We could never be delivered to this cell. So we're getting to the 9 from one of these two. And if you order them as 6 and then 5, neither could deliver you to the 9. So I still don't know which cell does deliver us to the 9, but I know that must be 5, 6 in that order to allow it, which sorts out my deadly pattern. Now I have a 5 here, and that is sending me to the 3, is it? No. Oh, hang on, that's created a loop. No, what happened? Oh, I came up to here. Ah, sorry, it's fine, it's fine. The 5 is going to send me to the 3, because the 6 would send me out of the grid. How do I get to the 5? I think I get to it from here. 9 takes us up to the 4. That goes to this cell. Yes, that now mustn't take us to this, because that would kill the chain. So that is a 1 to send us there. And now this row is done. And we touch many cells in it. We go 4, 1, 5, 3, 9. Then we go up to the 3. Then we go to this cell. Now, oh, well, that's a 2 by Sudoku. I was going to say it doesn't matter because the next move is going to be to there, but it does matter, obviously. We're going to that 5, and then we're going out to the 9. And then we're going to go up to the 6. But before I look at that, I'm going to do the Sudoku here, 1 and 2. Strange I haven't resolved the 7s and 8s, but I don't think I have. And I've come up to the 6 on the path. The 6 jumps me to here, which is a 3, which must go left to here. Now, this cannot be 7 or 8 now, because that would throw us out of the grid. This is 1 or 2, but annoyingly, that's got 4 cells possible, and none of them are the 9. So what is going to deliver us to the 9? Maybe the 5 or a 2 here. Okay, if this was a 2, that is 7 or 8, and you can't jump straight to that or you're out the grid, and you also can't jump to there because 4 sends you back to that cell, which is 7 or 8. So this isn't a 2, that's a 1. Oh, this is quite complicated still. That is taking us potentially to that cell and the 9, or to this cell, which would have to be a 2, which would take us here anyway. So we're always visiting that cell. I don't know if we're visiting that one. I can't tell. But even if we are, we're going to that cell either 1 or 2 steps after the 1, and then to this 9, and then up here, which is not allowed to be an 8, because that would throw us out of the grid. It's a 5 or a 6. It's going to throw us onto the green line. Let's think about the green line. This digit can't be low because it sees 1, 2, 3, 4 in the column. So that is 7, 8, and 9. This is low and has to be 2. This is high and can't be 6. So 7 or 8 there. I'm trying to do Sudoku again now. 7, 8 pair in that column, 2, 6 there. Now, if this threw a 6, it would be onto that cell, which could be a 7 and keep us alive. That's really weird. Oh, this can't be 2 anymore. The whisper here didn't fix anything. Oh, down here, 6 and 8 are done. I still don't, well, that can't be 8. That's what I know from that. That's a 2-7 pair. So these are 3, 4, 9, and that one's not allowed to be 4. Goodness, this is such a weird puzzle. These are 1, 4, 3, but that can't be 4. So I've got a 1, 3 pair, and that becomes 9. Now I've got a 7, 8 flanking the 2. This must be 5 or 6 by the row and not 6 by the column. So that's, oh, that cleared the top row. Suddenly it's not a curtain raiser and we found the red dot. Goodness me. So we get a 6 here. That jumps us into this cell. Oh, which is going to have to be a 7 to keep us alive. Sends us to this cell, which can't be a 1 or would be in a loop. That must be a 3 and sends us to the 9. And there we go. We reach the 9. And now we can do some Sudoku, which makes me happy. We've cleared all the fog and we've sorted out the 8s and 7s. Which I did want to do, so that's good. And we're just filling in now, are we? 8 and 7, I think we've done both of these rows. Let me just check the path. We went from the 9 to the 3 to the 2 to the 5 to the 9. Up to the 6 to the 3 to the 1, not there now, to the 5 to the 9. Up to the 6 to the 7 to the 3 to the 9, up to here, which is not a 9. Let's fill in all the candidates at the tops. I mean, we've got 7 cells done in every column, so there's only 2 left in each column. Oh my goodness. Okay, how are we going to jump from this? Well, we could jump straight to there, have a 9, and we've reached the red dot. So that's probably the answer, but I don't want to do this by uniqueness. I want to do it by working out what's not possible. Oh, this is a little 3, 4 deadly pattern. So they're separate from the rest of the disambiguation. Oh, that's weird. Oh, so we haven't finished the puzzle, definitely. But let's see why, okay, why can't this be a 3? If it was a 3, it either sends us there, and I'll come back to that, or it sends us there. Now that couldn't be an 8, that would have to be a 6, and would again send us here. So if that's a 3, we always end up here. This couldn't be a 2 because you can't move. Oh no, 9 could send us up. But then it would send us into the 7 either way. You can't get anywhere from a 7 here. So we must never go into this column. So that would, if we got sent here, that would have to be a 1. This would have to be a 5 because an 8 would kill us. And that would then send us here either to a 6, which creates a loop, or an 8, which sends us out the grid and kills us that way. That is really complicated for the last tiny bit of this puzzle, but it means this can't be a 3. This is a 4, and that means we're not going right, we're going left. Oh, the 4 unwinds the 3, 4 deadly pattern, deprives us of a 3 in the corner. So no song today on the Solver's Journey. Now, we've hit this cell. If that was a 5, that would take us to this impossible place where we'd either hit a 7 this go or next go, and that would kill us. So this is a 9. That is going to let us finish the Sudoku. Actually, it lets us finish the journey very quickly on a 5. That's fine. But let's finish the Sudoku now, because I think we've got enough disambiguation for the rest of the grid. 6, 2, 6, 8. And what an intriguing puzzle by Dog Day Boy. I think this is correct. Yes. That's just fascinating. What an intriguing journey. What a weird path. You can't really show this path, because if you did it with a line, it would just be constantly crossing itself. It's a bit of an odyssey. I mean, how many steps were there on the path from here? I guess it's as many as there are orange cells in each row. So after that one, so 2, 5, 7, 12, 16, 21, 25, 27. It's a 28-step path. which is plenty long enough. Good fun. Thank you, Dog Day Boy. Hope you guys enjoyed either solving that or watching myself. Absolute pleasure to give it a go, and I'll see you again next time on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.